Piet Botha, as always, thank you very much. We're going to chat about your runners on Saturday here at Hollywood Bets Durbanville. I'm sure you're just as happy as everybody else to get the ball rolling again. You start in race number 5, where you've got 3 runners. Let's start with Escarpment. I know the draw's not going to make it easy for him. How's he doing back at home?
He's doing very, very well. At the moment, I couldn't be happier with him. His well-being and everything at the moment is just, he's in a very, very good space. The concern is obviously just the draw, and he's only had the one run of the year. It didn't go so well, but we've always tried to avoid Durbanville for him with all his niggles and that. But he's an older, stronger horse now, so we're just going to need a little bit of luck from that draw, and if we get it, I think he should be a big runner.
Super. Then you've also got Shifting Path and Mont Lazer. Let's start with Shifting Path. I know you've often said you just want his rating to come down a little bit. He must have some sort of a chance. I see you got the services of Craig Zaki.
Yeah, and Craig's riding so well at the moment, so hopefully it works out. Look, I think as well, he's in a very good space as well at the moment. His rating has dropped nicely. His last run just showed that he was on the up again. He's starting to come back, and I just want to see him. I know when he's at his best that he'll do well in a race like this, and I pretty much think we're there, but I just need to see it now on race day. So I'm expecting a big run from him. I obviously can't have a lot of confidence, but I do believe that he's back to where he should be.
Fantastic. And then Mont Lazer, number 8, the ride of Richard Fourie. I know you probably would have wanted to pull a better draw, but he won a good race last time.
Yeah, I was pretty confident about him winning when this race was at Kenilworth. Now he has got a draw to beat, which is not going to be easy, but Richard is pretty good at getting horses out the gates and that. So another horse that just at the moment he's just looking so good, and I also think his work has been very consistent and very well over the last 2 weeks. So if I have to lean towards one here, Escarpment would be my first choice, but only if he can beat the draw. Otherwise, I'll be leaning towards Mont Lazer.
Okay, so we'll move to race number 6, where you've got a nice coupling. You've got Champagne Mac and Easy Money. We know that both individuals on their day have got some sort of a chance. I know it's a competitive race though, Piet.
Yeah, very strong race. This race 2 weeks ago was not quite what it is now, so it's a very strong race. Easy Money, I think, does come in quite well at the weights though, so and she's done well, yeah. So even though she's drawn a little bit wide, if she can just get a good jump, I think she will have a chance. Champagne Mac, unfortunately I had him in an ideal race which we lost with the weather, and this race might just be a little bit strong for him, but I just believe that he's going to run a big race. He's just in such a good space at the moment. I had to run him, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him pop up, even though this race is probably a little bit on the strong side for him.
Race 7, I think you're very strong. You'll be hoping that either one of them can win. Let's start with Ario Vistas, who pulls a good draw, 2 very good wins in succession. You must be hopeful that he can complete the hat-trick.
I really am. I must be honest in saying that I don't quite believe that he's at his best yet. I think he's still on the up, he's still improving, so that's very nice. And he's not so well in at the weights over here. He's badly in at the weights, but he's working fantastic, and everybody at the yard has pretty much leaned towards him out of the 2. So I can't write him off. I'm obviously leaning more towards Baton Rouge. I just think because of the weights and that, I have to go towards him. But Ario Vistas is in a very good space, and I think it'll take a brave man to leave him out of your bets.
Let's spend a bit of time on Baton Rouge, because I know he's very close to your heart. You've done very well with him, I might add, Piet. He always comes to the course looking $1 million. I thought a gutsy win last time out. He's got to have some sort of a squeak again.
Yeah, I'll make him a big runner. I really do. My only concern really is Durbanville. I think for us, he hasn't had many runs here, and he hasn't done the best over here. So, that will be my only concern. But the way I know him, I believe that he'll handle this track well, and I'll make him a very big runner. I think he's in a very good space at the moment as well, working very well. I'm not too concerned about the trip. I think it's what he wants. So I think he's a massive runner. In my opinion, probably our best for the day.
Then the last of your runners comes up in the 8th race, over 1,500 meters off at 16:40. You got number 1, Niall the Boss. No weight on the back, 50. You got champion apprentice from last season, Brevin Plaatjes. Her last 2 runs have been phenomenal.
Yeah, and she's drawn 1, so a lot in her favour. Look, she's going the 1,500 for the first time. Ideally 1,400, but you know, Durbanville's a very quick course, and from draw 1, she's not going to have to use herself to get into a position where she likes to be, and she's working very, very well at the moment as well. So all in all, we got very nice runners on the day, and I definitely I'll be disappointed to see Niall the Boss out of the first 4. I think she's probably a little bit under sufferance, but not much, and I don't think it's really going to make much difference to her. I think she's a big runner.
Piet, the next question, you know what's coming. I know punters really appreciate your transparency. I know you're out there to try and help them as well. Coming to the track on Saturday, if you were going to have a winner, which race?
Yeah, I have to go for Baton Rouge. I think at the weights and looking at that race, I just feel that he has to be our best runner for the day. So don't leave all our horses out. I think they all got to go in. It's, you know, probably our weakest runner will be Shifting Path. You know, they all got chances, but Baton Rouge is definitely my top choice.
Of course, just before we round up, we know that Hollywood Bets Durbanville's been very good to you over the last couple of years.
Yeah, let's hope it continues.
Piet, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.